Welcome to the I'm Rich People channel, the mindset that turned struggles into millions. Hey, can I ask you something? Have you ever looked at someone who made it and thought, how did they do that? What do they have that I don't? Because on the surface, they don't always seem smarter. They're not necessarily more talented. Some of them even came from harder circumstances than you. But somehow, they turned their struggle into success. Pain into power, setbacks into stepping stones. And the difference, it's not just in what they did, it's in how they think. There's a certain mindset, a quiet, stubborn, steady kind of belief that can turn the messiest beginnings into the most extraordinary outcomes. That's what we're talking about today. So if you're in the middle of a hard chapter right now, if you feel behind, stuck, or overlooked, just breathe. You're not broken, you're just being shaped. And this mindset might just be the missing piece. 1. This isn't happening to me. It's happening for me. This one might feel hard to believe when life hits you in the gut. Losing a job, getting rejected, falling flat when you gave it everything. It's so easy to slip into victim mode. To say, why me? To feel like life is unfair, like you're cursed or just unlucky. But the shift happens when you choose to ask a different question. What is this trying to teach me? Because here's the truth. Every struggle carries a lesson. Every failure holds a blueprint. The people who grow the fastest are the ones who mine meaning from their pain. They don't just ask, how do I survive this? They ask, how do I grow from this? That mindset doesn't take away the pain, but it gives the pain a purpose. And that changes everything. 2. It's not supposed to be easy. We live in a world obsessed with ease. Quick results, overnight success, simple three-step systems. But the truth is, building something meaningful, especially from nothing, takes time and grit and a whole lot of days where it feels like nothing's working. Most people quit not because they can't succeed, but because they expected it to be easier. What if instead you expected it to be hard? Not in a negative way, but in a realistic, steady, eyes-open kind of way. You stop being surprised by the struggle. You start embracing it as part of the process. Because once you accept that growth is supposed to feel heavy sometimes, you stop fighting it. You stop doubting yourself. You start walking through the fire like it's exactly where you belong. 3. I'm playing the long game. Here's where most people lose momentum. They want fast wins. They measure progress in days and weeks. And if they don't see instant results, they assume they're failing. But the ones who end up turning struggle into success, they zoom out. They think in years. They stay patient when others get restless. They trust the compounding power of consistent action. Imagine planting a tree and then digging it up every day to see if it's growing. That's what most people do with their dreams. But those who win, they keep watering, even when nothing is visible yet. Even when the ground looks bare. Because they know what they're building isn't small, and neither are you. Let's take a breath here. I want you to think about a time you kept going, even when it was hard. A moment you didn't quit. A chapter you didn't think you'd survive. But here you are. You're already stronger than you give yourself credit for. So let me ask you this. What if the thing you're struggling with right now isn't the end? What if it's the beginning of your best chapter? 4. I don't need to be perfect, I just need to be consistent. Perfection is a trap. It tells you to wait until you're ready, to keep tweaking, to fix every flaw before you take action. But wealth, real wealth, in every form, comes from doing the imperfect thing, again and again. Success is rarely loud. It's not fireworks and breakthroughs every week. It's doing the work when no one's watching, when no one's clapping, when no one's even sure what you're doing. The mindset that builds millions isn't perfect execution. It's daily consistency, even when you're tired, even when you're unsure, even when you feel like you're the only one who believes in what you're building. Because that kind of discipline, it compounds, and over time it becomes unstoppable. 5. I am the source, not the victim. This is where everything shifts. When you stop waiting for someone to come save you, when you stop blaming what happened, what didn't happen, or what should have been, you reclaim your power. You realize if I'm the one who's responsible, then I'm the one who's capable. It's not about denying what hurt you, it's about not staying there. You are allowed to be the one who breaks the pattern, who rises from what tried to bury you, who rewrites the story. Yes, it's heavy. Yes, it's hard. But no one can take that power away from you unless you hand it to them. So keep it. Guard it. Use it. You are the source. Let's close with this. The mindset that turns struggle into success isn't flashy. It doesn't shout. It doesn't promise you shortcuts, but it's steady, it's rooted, and it changes everything. So if you're still in the middle of it, if life feels messy, unclear, or unfair, breathe. Keep showing up. Keep watering the seeds no one else can see yet. You're not failing, you're forming. And one day, the same struggle that's testing you right now will become the story that inspires someone else. You just have to keep going. If you don't subscribe to this channel, I'm rich people. You might never hear from us again. But if you already did, congratulations. You're growing every single day.